No, this is not a clickbait as always, because like it's crazy. And I really think you shouldn't buy any iPads right now, and there are actually a few reasons for that. Well, the main reason, of course, is that I always recommended those refurbished iPad Pros, right? Saying how great they are. And if you bought them, like, good for you. These are terrific products that I really love. I think they have terrific hardware and stuff like that. Yes, I also recommended M1 iPad Pro, which is great, which I love, which I use on the daily basis all the time. True, I recommended all other iPads for everybody, pretty much, I gave so many videos when it comes to that, so no problems. But there is actually one problem, and that is that these iPads don't seem to be a good deal anymore, and we are in this weird spot when buying an iPad is actually not that good of an idea, mostly because we are expecting new iPad Pro, and also because like only M1 iPads and probably the future M2 iPads got the exclusive features with iPadOS. If you have seen my iPadOS 16 beta on older iPads, you will know that pretty much nothing changed. So like iPad is just being an iPad, the same it was on iPadOS 15 and 14 with just some minor tweaks. And that really puts me into a weird perspective and position, to talk about iPad, because like on one hand I love these devices, but on the other only some of those iPads, those most expensive iPads, which now are not that worth, at least when it comes to iPad Pros, because they are going to be refreshed this year. So like it's kind of crazy to recommend any iPad right now, especially that we are waiting for new iPad Pros, and especially considering the fact that, only those M1 iPads got the exclusive features that we were waiting for. And, I'm not saying it's bad, it is what it is, they have the hardware for that. I'm just saying that, if you are in the market for an iPad, like you have quite limited options as for now, because like in September we are expecting the new base iPad. So like that current one, the one that you have now, even though it's good, like it's better just to wait for the other one. Same goes for the iPad Pro. iPad Air, it's kind of hard for me to recommend because of the base storage. I just find it, 64 gigabytes for $600. It's just not a good deal in my opinion, but on the other hand, it got the exclusive features. I know, then there is that iPad mini 6, which I guess is okay, actually iPad mini 6, I think it's a pretty good iPad, so if you are into that, I can fully recommend that. But like other than that, I think you should wait, and I think you should just see what Apple has to offer, especially, with those newer iPads, and especially, with those newer software updates, because, as I said, we got a couple of exclusive features just for those high-end iPads. So maybe if you want that, M1 iPad, you can just wait till M2 iPad is released, and then get the, maybe refurbished M1 iPad Pro and stuff like that. It's still gonna be pretty functional. It's still gonna be actually amazing. So I can fully recommend that. But as for now, just getting the current iPads, it's just kind of a weird spot, just like with iPhones right now, it's really hard to pick a proper device in this particular time frame. So I suggest that you wait for the autumn, for the, newer iPads like iPad 10, like newer iPad Pro, and then you reconsider your options, or you just go for some older iPads if you don't need those, exclusive features. Maybe you can find, a really great deal on 2018 or 2020 iPad Pro, like, which are really solid deals. Like, they have to be way cheaper than iPad Air 5, I guess, since now that one has some special features that those don't have. But if you can snatch those, like, definitely this is gonna be a good option, always a good option. Just remember that you are getting an iPad and on a laptop replacement, which Apple kind of made clear with these older iPads, not really giving them any particular updates, opposingly to the M1 iPads, which got some of the newer features that I guess will be helpful when it comes to some of the so-called pro workflows. So kind of a weird spot for iPad right now.